Hi everybody, Jay Sano here with Mindcrack, and I'm actually here with Lindsay and Matt of Sierra surrounding the new King's Quest title that just came out. Let them introduce themselves and say what they are to this group.
Yep. I'm Lindsay, I'm the producer, we're part of the Odd Gentlemen, and we did all the development on the game.
Yeah, and I'm Matt Korba, I'm the creative director.
Creative director, producer of King's Quest. So King's Quest is a game that holds a special place in my heart. I've been playing it since I was a young child. I love adventure games. King's Quest is why I learned how to read. My parents said, we're not going to sit down and type this stuff anymore back in the old command line text parsing interfaces. So we're not going to type for you anymore, Jeff. If you want to play this game, you have to learn how to read. So I did when I was like 3 years old to be able to play. So it's always held a special place in my heart. And now the title is back with a new collection starting. The first episode has already come out. I've already played through it. It's fantastic. I've already pre-ordered all the other ones, so I'm waiting for them to come out as well. But what do you guys think about the new insurgents and the new inspiration around King's Quest coming back, the adventure game series and things like that?
No, it's phenomenal. I mean, games and adventure games getting kind of the love they've been getting over the past few years has been truly fantastic, and bringing back King's Quest and having just a fan outpouring of love around it's been about 17 years since the last one was out, and knowing that we hit the tone and it fulfills the things they want it to do is just awesome. It's like what we were hoping to accomplish, and it seems like we did, and it makes you so charged to continue making these later chapters of what we're doing.
Yeah, I grew up playing King's Quest 2. It's my favorite game series of all time, so this is basically like a dream project for me. And not only are they fun to play, but it's also, I think they're the most fun games to make. Like, we've made a few games. We're almost 7 years old now at this point, but this is the most fun we've ever had, like, creating a game. And I'm happy it's back. I'm happy we can make games that are a little more thoughtful and have humor at the center of them, and can live off their charm. And we don't have to worry about body count or, like Twitch gaming stuff.
Speaking of humor, I've noticed from playing through the first episode that you guys have brought back some old school humor into the game, which I find fantastic, such as the boulder, when he pushes the boulder and he says, I better push it from this side, because you don't know how many times as a kid that I was killed pushing that boulder from the wrong side. I definitely caught that reference.
Flower?
I better stand on this side of the rock.
That is a That's a King's Quest 1 reference.
Fantastic.
So is there to expect more humor like that as the games continue on, the episodes continue on?
Yeah, I mean, I think humor was a big part for me about the original series, and we want to continue that on. Graham is going to age, so we might be playing around slightly with how the humor gets delivered as he grows up. But, I think we're having a lot of fun doing a script that, because we wrote the script.
It's a fantastic script, so that's great to know that you guys wrote that script.
We had a lot of fun, writing the jokes, and, it's a challenge trying to come up with humor that's not, because we want to make family-friendly games, so it's not vulgar-based, or it's not ironic, or it really believes in itself. And it's kind of fun, it's challenging and fun to try to come up with humor that is more based off of maybe like a Charlie Chaplin thing than anything else, right?
I love just doing the same thing over and over and over again to get all those different responses until it finally stops you from being able to do it. It's great writing.
After all that graceful repelling, I was certainly not headed back that way. As I was saying, I followed the road to the east and headed to the night tournament. East. Suddenly, a gust of wind pushed me down the road, and I headed east.
Not only the writing, what about the voice acting? You guys got some amazing voice actors. Christopher Lloyd, Wallace Shawn, people like that. Did you guys pick these people out? How did that go about?
So actually, yeah, this is our first time doing anything of this scale. And one of the processes in getting VO actors is you create character descriptions and then a voice inspiration. So we'd send out here's the design, here's the inspiration, here's their description. And we got all these auditions back, and often the auditions were almost there but not quite. And then the Sierra team was basically like, why don't we just get your inspiration actor? And we're sitting here like, are you going to let us do that? And they're like, yeah, let's just do it. And we were like, oh, okay, yeah, that would be amazing. And
Yeah, just call up Christopher Lloyd. Sure, I'm sure he'll come down and do this, right? And then he did.
And he did. He was like, this sounds fantastic. Let's do it. And so, like, everyone's been just super supportive of the title and just really just wanting to join in on the fun and the sincerity of something that has sort of this old school charm to it that's been a little bit lost. And so having this game that really stands out in a way that maybe other things don't, people are just like jumping in on and really taking part. So it became easy when we didn't really expect it to.
I also observed that without you, no one could have made it across. Well done, Graham.
So on top of the voice acting, which turned out great, the art style of this game is amazing. It's beautiful. Like, you guys got, I'm assuming concept artists. There's a gentleman sitting back there who's actually doing all the art, like, in front of people. Was this the intent when you went into this game, that you were going to make it beautiful, or is that kind of like, I mean, of course you want to make it beautiful, but as beautiful as it is, or was it one of those things that organically came as the game was being created?
So of course, yeah, King's Quest has always been beautiful, and it's always had matte painting, so we definitely want to make a beautiful game. We weren't sure how we were going to do that. When we put the pitch together of what we wanted to do for King's Quest, we had a painted poster, and they'd ask us, like, how are you going to do that in 3D? And we were like, shaders, figure it out. So what we found out is there's not a lot of really technical tricks you can do to get that look. You actually have to physically do it yourself. So we printed out the 3D UVs and hand painted and watercolored on them and then scanned them back in. So a lot of the stuff you're seeing is actual real media that's been scanned and put into the computer, because there might be a way to fake that through procedural texturing and stuff like that, but it's very hard and our team is very small, so we decided to just brute force it and actually paint it.
It looks handcrafted because we legitimately handcrafted those components and like full on painting by hand. I have to go buy paints for the artist all the time. So
I definitely think it was worth it because it's stunning when you look at it from the outside. I definitely think that this was a home run hit, that I was really worried how you're going to get back into the adventure scene, bringing King's Quest back. There's a little bit less choice that you have in the game. I know it kind of runs you through a story. I'm okay with that completely, though, because it was such a good, enthralling story. I just didn't want to put it down when I started. You guys hit the nail on the head. Kudos. You guys have anything else you want to say? Anything else you guys want to say?
no, I mean, just thank you for the support. You know, we hope we can continue to get a bunch of new fans playing the game so we can all make more adventure games like this and show that this is what everybody wants and we need this kind of game in the world. So
Thanks for all the pictures of people's kids playing it that they've sent us, and fan art and nice notes. It really, we got to make like 4 more episodes, chapters, and an epilogue, so that really helps keep the team motivated.
So guys, Sierra's back, King's Quest is back. Go check it out. More King's Quest to come. It's an amazing adventure.